Alright, hello. This is my first live stream for a few days. Apologies for the wait. Today is going to be a project review and hopefully some fairly solid work on some bits of those projects. We'll see how it goes. Let me show you the desktop. So we have the desktop, and publicly and entirely transparently. There is nothing up, you'll be pleased to know, my slide. Just so I remind myself when I'm working that I'm using the wrong bit. I'm actually going to use a thank you card. No, it'll probably be like this. It's a little thank you card. I'm going to put that over the touchpad so that I know when I'm doing it wrong. Right, so I have my, hang on a second, I am going to do a little bit of special work. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of special work, which is I'm going to close. Huh! I've immediately found something I can't do with the keyboard. I want to move a thing around, but let me open that up. There we go. Oh, here's an incredible irony. I've got a keyboard shortcut fix. Okay, I'm going to have to use the keyboard briefly because the control I wanted to use needs keyboard use. It's a shame. So that's it. Command Alt and left. Let's try that. Yes. Okay, I've done the thing I wanted to do. Left, command on the right. And indeed I can, okay, that one. All right, sorry for the delay. There we go, sorry for the delay. All right, let's look at what I'm actually meant to be doing. So, first thing we always do is we go to our GitHub page when the quality done. I should of course say our equality done page on GitHub. So let's open up. Let's go to projects and look at public tasks. Doing all right without the mouse so far. And the first one is indeed do keyboard shortcuts only as a challenge. So for those not familiar with us, each of these columns represents a priority level. So the highest priority column is over towards the left, and that's this one. That's this one, and that is for our commitments to someone else who needs it. As we go towards the right, we see that things get less and less important. So first of all, we have external commitments. Then we have internal commitments, and then right over to the side we've got some much more relaxed things. Obviously we're going to start working on the important things first, because otherwise what would we be doing? I'm going to pause on this one because I've got notes here saying first read this. If I could spell first correctly. First read this. That's kind of an interesting one. So that one, can I edit that one? I don't believe I can. That one is about working out what I need to put in there first. So first thing I need to do is edit that so that it's got some information in. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to put down in text the process I follow when I go through this. And the easiest way of me doing that is to draft the text document somewhere and put it in a wiki page maybe? It's not entirely clear. So, I know what I want to do, which is I want to go to a very particular blog post that I wrote about flexible work. And it looks like this. So it's on the Equality Time website, and it is real flexible work. This is something I wrote for some of our employers and contractors about what we expect and how we try and bring things to them in terms of making things easy for them to work. So, one of which is all files are in Dropbox and Google Drive. Now this account almost by definition forces that. I might edit that actually. Not all the files are on Dropbox or Google Drive. Actually, all the files for this are on GitHub. So that might be an edit I end up doing. Have I got the login for this? I remember it being an extremely complicated password, so we'll not put that in now. But what we will do is we will make a note of it in Macvim. So we put in a note. Start text expander for a start. There we go. So here's my note. I wish to edit the real flexible work article to include GitHub. That's a start there, and I'll come back to that before the end. Always going to act like someone else will be the next person to work on this. Fine, I can do that. No locking. We never write I'm going to direct. I'm very guilty of this. Particularly when I sort of try and take ownership by putting something on my to-do list. When I put something on my to-do list, I broadly mean go and do this if no one else has. That's what's going on there. We write a process every time we follow it. Fair. I should be putting processes in at the top. That's something I should definitely do. An important action first. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And I am the place where it stops. So that's a thing I always need to read before I go anywhere. And also the other action is put this. That didn't work, did it? Put into the projects, public projects board. It's a doable thing. Right, I can close that again and close this. So first read that. The next thing to do is review and release new expenditure against grant documents. This is something I really need to do, but it's something I can't do publicly, which is a big shame because it's holding up some other aspects, isn't it? Yes, it's definitely holding up some other aspects. That's the thing that needs to be done. There is an aspect of this which should be quite easy. So what I need to do is do a clear... At the moment, there's a cash book that we're using to come up to the end of the year. There's a cash book that the accountants have prepared for us, which is a much more sophisticated, much simpler, more elegant way of doing it, and we're going to transfer over to that at the end of this month. And then there's a cash book for which I am using for this project. Now, we either need to make sure we're working on the same one at the same time, so we're going to have to bring them all together. But the question is, do I want to bring them together now and then work on this and then have to bring them together again? Or do I want to work on this on one of the versions? And I think I want to work on this on one of the versions. Next action is copy the expenditure sheet I prepared into the new sheet from accountant. Oh, we know what the next action is. Oh, and I've in fact done the, can I do this, send, back shift and enter, space maybe, space, that's what worked there, right. Happy with that. What's the next one? Oh, it's moved considerably. I have to do, no. Moving the mouse again. Not sure why that moved. I mean, I can imagine. Alright, create financial plan for comic relief by August the 10th. That is the one that depends on the previous one. Oh, you can't see that, can you? I'm going to use the mouse again. Let me adjust so you can see it. There we go. Creating a financial plan for comic relief, that depends on the previous one. And embarrassingly, I was stopped by this last time I did a live stream. So that's something I really, really need to focus on. And that's actually my big idea for tomorrow. Yeah, there should be nothing else I do tomorrow other than that, finance. Implement the actions for the medical device product policy. That's the next one. I think we're doing pretty well with this one, actually. So let's have a look. To issue. Alright, so create controlled documents register. Yes, we have. That's been done. I happen to know. Let's move to the bottom. I can mark. Oh, there's always a problem with this, isn't there? I believe these are all now done. I had a couple of conversations with Greg this week, and I think they're all done. So that's closed. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong refresh key there. Alright, so let's do this. What's next? Deliver final business case to challenge Dementia Essex by noon 1st of October. Oh, I can't enter that. Can I? There we go. So this is our work for Challenge Dementia. I may have not mentioned this before, but all of these are entirely publicly viewable documents. I believe I've arranged a fair amount of the user testing, but I've got some more to come in. Draft business case, carry out user testing. Business case, yes. Alright, I've also got the new version, so let's put this in. It's the wrong button. Escape tab, back tab, right. I understand. I have a new version of the Dementia page set in Dropbox. I now need to send to the printers. I want to review a copy and a copy to the researcher. This has to be done off. Oh, I need to phrase this as the next action. Update. There is a new version, new complete version, isn't there? There's a new complete version of the board in Dropbox. Next action. Send board to printers. Send board to printers, so you and the can. So me and the researcher can make final adjustments. Plan after that is get final printouts. Prepare care packages. Send to care homes. Do follow up email. Calendar event for response. It's a bit of a shame. It's a little bit of a shame that the timings aren't working quite so well. So the thing I'm thinking about is I've got a big meeting on the 5th of September with the dementia care people, with the funders, and it would be quite nice to have some information for them. That would mean getting, and I want the care home people to have a 2-week trial. So, or at least 2-week trial. I'd like some information off them after 2 weeks. That's mainly what I'm saying. So what I want is 2 weeks before. What's 2 weeks before September the 5th? How good are you, Google? It's Wednesday, 22nd of August. That's them in and up in a care home by 22nd of August. So that's the emails have gone out by the 20th. They have to be sent by the 16th, which means they have to be ordered by about the 12th. So I have to order the first set today. All right, let's put those in, which is, in terms of timing, I'd like some initial results by the 5th September. That means they should be up in care homes by the 20th August, posted by the 16th, printed by the 14th. So it's at printer by the 13th. At printer by the 13th. What date is Monday? It's at the printer by the 13th. Now that's great. I'm meeting the researcher then. So posted to initial versions posted by today. I'm going to do that tonight. It's the basic thing. I've got to do that tonight. Okay, next action. Next action. Ooh, check me out. Using the mouse. Next action's in. Fine. Alright, so I know what I'm doing. Can you? Oh, you guys probably can't see that. Let me put a comment in. Okay, that's not what I expected. Where's my mouse? There we go, comment. That's my mouse. Where's my cursor? Alright, so I know what I'm doing there. That's fine. Alright, get medical device policies. I think that one's basically done. It's really weird. Distracted then, for which I apologise. So, I don't believe I've got any next... Oh, I have got a next action on this, which is I need to change the risk assessment. Let's see if it's down in the bottom. Did not get a response from Will. That's a bit of a shame. In any case, I wish to add something to the risk assessment. So I'm going to download that. So it's a little bit more interesting to do non-mouse work. Gonna wait a while. Why am I waiting? We've got Word is opening somewhere. There we go. Alright, so this is our risk assessment. I need another research. So what I want is to add the risk of... it's basically this one. I'm going to need a mouse for this, alright. Insert row below. So it's the issue was that the back end viewer is given a board format, a board description. Is and that uses the open voice factory again. That's kind of ironic. So there's capabilities, and I need to go back and change capabilities. This is a mouse problem. Here's an interesting thing. I think I've got the hang of using the keyboard on a web server, but we're in an application. It's a bit weird. Okay, so several things. Error checking built into backend, and on top of that, users are only encouraged to thoroughly test their devices. Alright, is the what's the thing over here? Relevant documents, training manual. And testing strategy. Have I misspelled strategy there? I suspect I have. Yes, I have. That's interesting. I'm going to close the door briefly because we're having a quote for some building work. I may pop off and deal with that shortly. But I have sorted that out, so I'll save. I also want to... save as, and we'll put the new version on it. And let's update the version 0.2 there. Okay, let's go back in and let's... Now, how do I get to... Suspect I should go and deal with this visitor, but we'll come back to it in a second. I'll just my other half. Let's escape. Tab, 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 tab. Weirdly, you tab backwards from member. That's amazing. Alright. Okay, there's just not a way of doing this without the mouse. Be interested in finding more out about that. Alright. So that's that. What I'm going to do is, because we've got a visitor, I'm going to finish the important one. Hang on, let me put a note in this. Let's leave a comment. Updated the risk assessment today. Right, I'm going to do the rest of these high priority tasks, and then we'll come back to the rest. So where am I here? Right, that's weird again. Take me all the way over here. Alright. Come up with stakeholders, that's actually quite a big one. Let's find out. Got people to badger. I've got people to badger, and actually I want to be able to say I've done that, and these will require access to my email. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream for a little while to email some people and to talk to this visitor we've got. All right. Thank you for listening so far.